It's Thursday, and that means we are back in Lynn Matava's kitchen. Lynn is a nutrition educator with the University of Maryland Extension, and if you're looking for a unique way to spice up your cabbage dish, then Lynn has the recipe for you. Let's check it out.
Hello, I want to talk to you today about the humble cabbage. This is a vegetable that we have had in our diets all across the globe for thousands of years, and it's one of the most affordable vegetables there is, and this time of the year, thanks to the St. Patrick's Day holiday, it's extra affordable. I saw it yesterday for 49 cents a pound. That's pretty cheap. So this whole head of cabbage was only a couple dollars. And there's dozens of varieties. The most common two that we see here are this purple cabbage and this basic green cabbage. And then there's all sorts of other varieties you can get in the grocery store near us, probably about 10 different kinds, maybe 7 or 8. In my husband's family, they're Slovak, so they make something called halupki, and that's a stuffed cabbage, but they also make something called haluski, and that is a cabbage noodle recipe that usually has some sort of, might have a little bit of some sort of meat or sausage in there, maybe some cheese. But it really blends nicely with the noodles. So that's what we're going to make today. It's an Italian rice dish that I'm going to show you how to make. And super simple, but again, these are just so silky when you cook them and pair them with a starch like rice or noodles. They're really, really enjoyable. And I like to give you guys something a little different that you might not have seen or had before. So the first thing we're going to do is just slice this cabbage up into kind of steaks that we can make into longer noodles. And you could go really long with these. I'm just making pieces that are about really maybe 1/4 of an inch and maybe 2.5, 3 inches long. And we would keep going until we slice up this entire half of a head of cabbage. I've already cut up half for you. And gotten us started here. So what we would do ideally is in a pot on top of the stove, we put a little bit of cooking oil. I used olive oil. I chopped up a small onion and I chopped up 1 stalk of celery. These are kind of optional, but anytime you're adding flavor, and these are going to add some extra fiber and some nutrients, so always a good thing. And then to that, we would add our half of a chopped up cabbage, about 3/4 of a cup of crushed tomatoes, and a cup of rice, 3/4 to a cup of rice. And then all of that's going to get stirred around, and we're going to add to that about 2 cups of water and put this on the stove with the lid for about 15 minutes. You're going to check this occasionally and stir it, and you're going to keep adding water as needed. I ended up having to add about 3.5 cups of water to mine today, and I'm going to show you what we've got at the end here after it's cooked on the stove for a while is this really delicious kind of creamy dish where the cabbage and the rice and the tomatoes and everything blended together. Some things you could add to this if you wanted were things like some garlic, and I'm just going to plate some up and show you what I'm going to do here. Let's put a little bit of this in my bowl. Cabbage goes really well with tomato also. To that, I'm just going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and that's it. This is a super simple dish, kind of a peasant dish, and it's going to be nice and filling, but also because of the cabbage, it's going to cut down on some of the carb load and give us an extra vegetable boost. So I really hope this inspires you to get out this week and try some cabbage recipes. There's tons of them out there.
Now, as a reminder, we do have all of nutrition educator Lynn Matava's tips and tricks on our website. Just head to 47abc.com and click on the Good Morning Delmarva page.